Hi babies. I hope everyone's been well. I've been good. I hope everyone's been well. Um, this video, sorry, I'm like about to leave real quick, so that's why I have like my sweater on and stuff. But I wanted to do this video. It's so weird because I was on Tumblr last night and I saw a certain post and the post actually triggered me and made me start crying. And I don't know if you've seen it. It's the GIF set of the Super Bowl's the new domestic violence the video. I don't know if you've seen it. She's basically like calling the police but acting like it's a pizza place. And it just I'm trying to remember it, so bear with me. Seen it last night too. I actually started crying, I remember, because you know, it's it's weird 'cause I'm gonna talk about it. I've been in one of those relationships and I want to talk about it. I feel like I have to because I've seen the GIF and I started crying. So basically, there's some demons in me that I need to just talk about. So probably I'll feel better. Um, and the GIF said she basically calls 911, and when she calls 911, she goes, "Hi, I'd like to order a pepperoni pizza," and they go, "Ma'am, this is the emergency line," and she goes, uh, damn it. I'm trying to remember it. I know she goes, yeah, I like this, and then they're basically like asking her, like, is someone in the house with you? And she goes, yeah, that's fine. And, they go, oh, is the person in the room with you? Can you talk? And then she goes, no, no, thank you. I don't want that. And then, they go, okay, we're sending an officer to you, something, something. And she goes, all right, see you soon. And it just triggered me and made me start crying because I know how that feels to be scared. I really don't want to cry in this video. I really don't want to. Just for the simple fact that I know how scary it is to be in one of those relationships. To feel vulnerable, very weak. It's yeah. Look at my eyes; they're getting watery. No, say don't do it. Basically, my story. I'm talking about this not because I want pity or anything. Come on, bear with me. I'm basically talking about it because I actually know people who are also and have been in abusive relationships, and they stood with the person, and that's why our friendship did end. Um, but my relationship was, it was literally like I loved him, and it was my that was my hero to me at the time, and I loved it. He was my everything, and you know, I remember it first started verbally. He's always verbally abused me, I remember. And I'm not doing this video to like talk shit, whatever. I just feel like I have to talk about it. So for the people who are gonna comment saying stupid things, come on. Um, it's like really hard to talk about. It's so weird. Um, it makes me feel like I'm weak. But I'm not weak. I was in love. And it's like it first started because he's always verbally abused me, and it was so weird because you take it as, oh, whatever, it's arguing, but after a while it gets to a certain point where it's like, this is not arguing anymore, like, my nigga, like, this hurts, like, you start feeling like a certain type of way, and it's not good. And I think the first time I ever got hit was I forgot what. I know I had my phone in my hand and I threw it, and they got really upset because I threw it and it kind of hit them, because they were yelling at me, and it was like late. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. I just didn't want to deal with it 'cause I just came from work, and he ended up snuffing me. And I say it like, oh, he snuffed me jokingly, but he hit me, and this whole thing got swollen. Yeah. And from there, I felt like it escalated. He started getting more angry with me, and I just always had try to calm him down. And it was so weird because in the relationship, I actually always had to talk like a baby, and I had to be like, "But why you being so mean?" And it wasn't good. And then it got to a certain point where I was eating sunflower seeds, and I had a big bowl of sunflower seeds, and he knocked them on my hand, and they all fell on the floor, and I was about to like cry, so I went to the bathroom and I started crying. And when I came out the bathroom, my mom I remember her going, Bebo, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. Mothers could tell, like, when something's wrong with you. And I remember her going, Bebo, like, what's wrong? By the way, my nickname is Bebo in the family. That's what my mom and, my little brothers, the family call me. But, and then he walks in, and he literally walks in, and I remember him going, babe, what's wrong with you? What, are you okay? And I lost it. I started crying. I was like, I'm not a bad person. I literally started feeling like I was a bad person. I felt like, why me? Why do I gotta get put through this? And I started, remember, screaming, and I was throwing the pillows, and I was pointing at him, and I was like, I'm not a bad person. Stop making me feel like I'm a bad person. And my mom was like, what's going on? And I was like, Mom, I don't want him here. And it was just bad. Baby, are you crying? My doggy's crying. Oops, the lighting. Um, and it was bad. I don't know, maybe I feel like me talking about my story will kind of help people know that there's other people that have been through it. And, you're not alone. You know, I always tell people, you don't know how it feels till you're actually in the relationship. People always be like, oh, I wish I was in a relationship like that, because, I would never let someone treat me like that. And you don't know because you're not in the relationship. It's hard. It's really hard. And I think the last straw for me was, I remember I wanted to leave their house. I was staying at their house, and they were yelling at me because I wanted to stay in the living room. I didn't want to be in the room with them because they kept just yelling at me in front of their mother. And I'm like, stop yelling at me. And then his mom is like, oh, stop yelling at Jose. And he was yelling at her too, like, oh, don't fucking tell me what to do. He was just a very angry person. It was weird because he was very sweet in the beginning, but you never know how people turn out. And he ended up, I remember I was crying in the room, and the next morning I left. No, that same night I left, not the next morning. I left, and I remember when I left, he followed me, and he went to, like, through the train thing. You know, the thing that I hopped over in the when I went to jail video, the turnstile thing. He went through it, and when he went through it, you're supposed to swipe to go through. I turned around and I tried leaving. Like, I didn't want to get on the train with him. I didn't want him to take me home. I just wanted to get away from him. And he actually, he got out, and he pushed me against the wall in front of everyone. And I remember hitting, like, the back of my head really, really hard because he pushed me against the wall, and I banged my head. And he ended up hitting me, like, beating me bad. And I remember crying bad. I remember when I called the police, they actually told me, when the police officer came, he goes, oh, don't worry, tomorrow you're just gonna make up. And to this day, that haunts me that he told me that. Like, you're gonna make up. Just leave it. Like, how are you gonna tell me, like, police officers are assholes? And from that day, I remember I went home crying. My whole head was swollen. My mom was crying on her. So she calls him, and she goes, oh, how dare you put your hands on my son, and blah, blah, blah. That was, like, the first time, she knew. She didn't know about the previous times or anything. And he tells her, ha, 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 that's why I beat the shit out of your son. And I just started crying. I felt weak. I felt vulnerable. I felt like, why me? Why did I have to get put through this? Like, I know I'm a good person. And it didn't help because, I had depression. I still have depression. I've been going through depression for like 7-8 years now. Depression is something that literally never goes away. It comes and goes. And to go through that, it just was a downward spiral for me. Like, why? And, yeah, that's like my story. I only wanted to tell my story because I actually feel better talking about it. I only told like 2 people, 3 people before, but now the whole world's gonna know. But I don't know, I feel as though don't ever let someone put you like that. Don't ever let them make you feel like less than what you're worth, Don't. It's hard, but there's people like me that, come on, I walk around like I'm the strongest person, but if you look at my past, I've been through everything. And that's why I felt like I had to say it. Like, for me to cry at a GIF set, it just made me like, it made me really get like, wow, like this is something that I'm really, really like, and this happened almost 2 years ago and I'm still hurting. So it's just something that, don't ever let someone put you through that. And I'm telling you this now, it's not pretty, it's not, it's not fun, it's just that relationship is not healthy. It hurts you. My health was really decreasing. Remember how I used to never really post videos? That's why, because I was always stressing and arguing and fighting, and my health was just bad. I always ended up in ICU, and I was always in an emergency room. I always was. Now, I'm able to do videos. Now I'm better. Now, I'm sorry. Now my life is getting better, and I'm doing so many projects, and I'm finally happy with who I am and who I'm becoming because I finally let that go. People don't understand what a relationship like that can do to you. It really can destroy you. It can really push you to want to do drugs. It can really could push you to want to drink. It can really push you to want to smoke, and it's not something you really want to go through. But yeah, I really just felt like I had to talk about it. It really affected me, the video, just because I've been through it. So enjoy this video. I don't want pity. I really don't care for pity. I really don't. I just felt the need to let this out. So if you like, subscribe to my channel, like, comment, if you've been through experience like this and how did you break free? When you break free. And yeah, babies, I love you all so much, and thank you for watching this. This was like a diary for me. I always say certain videos are like diaries for me. And just thank you for listening. Thank you, because I know you're listening, and I think that's what makes me feel better, because I know that there's people that are listening. So just know, don't ever let someone make you less than what you're worth, and know what, just you. All right? I love you. There's plenty of others that love you, so don't ever let someone like that treat you like shit. And if you're in one of those relationships, get out. Get out. It's only gonna escalate. And if he hits you once, and if he says he's sorry, he's not sorry. Alright? He may be sorry for his actions at the moment, but it will happen again. And it may get worse. For me, it got worse within time. So, take it from someone that actually experienced it. But, I love y'all.